Would you like to know what are the top 5 highest paying part-time jobs in Australia while you are a student? I'm Sunda from Basu Consultants. In this video, we're going to look at the full details of part-time jobs in Australia for a student, mainly the rules and where you can get the jobs and how much you can earn and what it can support you while you stay and study in Australia. Let's get into the video. Number 1, the rules of part-time jobs in Australia. If you are a full-time student, you are allowed to work up to 20 hours a week during your studies and full-time during vacation. And you are not supposed to work more than that threshold because that is a violation for your visa. And the main question people will ask is, what is the definition for holidays? Is it the weekend is counted? That's where many people get confused. But the fact is, the holidays is not just weekends. The holidays are actually your term breaks, your semester breaks and your annual breaks, roughly between 2 to 2.5 months a year. And these are the time you are allowed to work full time. But the rest of the time during your semester, including your weekend, you are allowed to work only up to 20 hours a week. You might be aware that the last couple of years during the COVID time, there was an allowance people to work longer than the 20 hours threshold. The rules are changed to an actual part-time work permit timings, which is 20 hours a week during the semester and full-time during the vacation. How you can apply for a part-time job and where you can get it. Today, the opportunity for a part-time job is phenomenally high comparing 10 to 15 years back, because today the life has changed to people drastically. The part-time jobs are vary from just a delivery personnel to a high-end coding manager in an IT company. So it depends on your expertise and your skill and your ability to work, and also the facility you have in terms of driving license, etc. Your part-time job will vary, but mainly the part-time jobs are available both on campus and off campus. And the on-campus jobs are generally being advertised in the notice boards or some kind of an intranet communication system within the university or your alumni office, which you can be in touch with, even your international office. But when it comes to off-campus, your opportunities are huge and your options are also very, very high. So you need to literally prepare a simple resume for yourself and also clearly indicate, just on one pager talks about your ability, your skill and your expertise, and also the availability of your timing, also whether you have your transport on your own or you rely on your public transport. These are the key informations required for your potential employer to know that what kind of jobs they can offer you. And then you can reach them to various sources. So it can be knocking the door of your neighboring businesses or sending them a mail, searching through Google and other internet sources, or you can also try to look at any of the social media platforms where you can post yourself that you are available, or you can look at the businesses neighboring your location, so either close of your university or close of your accommodation, whether any such jobs are available. Number 3, how much you can earn during your part-time, which is a very interesting and everyone wants to know about this particular question. And as you are aware, the hours are the only limitations for part-time, but the salary is not. The salary structure for any standard part-time is going to be vary from $15 per hour goes up to $30 per hour in a normal weekdays. And as like the full-time, the part-time also has the Saturday and Sunday and the public holiday penalty wages, which means you get paid more when you work on the weekend as well as on a public holiday. That's one of the main reasons many students willing to work on the public holiday or the weekends, so they can work lesser hours and get more money. So usually, for an example, if you're working 20 hours a week, that's going to be 40 hours a month, and then say that you get paid about $25 an hour, and that's going to give you around about $1,000 roughly, and that's a very decent earning as a part-time earning when you are doing a full-time study. So this will support you to a certain extent as a student. Number 4, you might be interested that what I can do with the $1,000, what it can support me. So usually $1,000 per month is a decent earning for a student working as a part-time, where you don't compromise on your education and still support your living to a certain extent. In my experience, the living cannot be fully supported with your part-time if you really focus on your studies, but your rental and also your food and your travel can be supported to greater extent with this $1,000. Depends on the city you are living, also the kind of transport you are taking. Number 5, what are the highest paying part-time jobs in Australia? Aged care. Recently, there is a lot of vacancies in aged care sector where people are looking at working part-time or casual jobs. This industry is greatly supporting the students who are studying and working in Australia, and usually the aged care sector is paying something between $25 to $35 per hour, which is a very good pay. If you are able to reach out to any of the aged care sector, and this will support you to a greater extent. Hospitality is an evergreen industry for students, mainly if you're working in the service sector or if you have a skill to be a chef and you get paid a lot more. And also the great thing about hospitality is majority of the jobs are available during the weekends, so that you get paid as a penalty wages, which is more than standard wages. One of the recent opportunities is a food delivery jobs, because in recent times a lot of new technology and apps have come up and they are looking for people mainly who can ride bikes, also who have license, who can able to drive cars and deliver the food. Mainly the advantage of the food delivery jobs are they are flexible timing, and when you are available you can able to switch on and able to do the jobs. And when you have busy schedule, say for an example you have exams coming and you don't want to go to jobs for 2 weeks, you can always skip and you can rejoin when you are available. Also in these kind of jobs there are opportunities, you can pick up some kind of a tips or other additional income which will greatly support you. Retail sales. Retail sales is also an evergreen job, especially when you are having a good communication skills. You can pick up jobs straight away from a 7-Eleven to a supermarket, also a high-end lifestyle retail showrooms. One of the highest paid jobs currently is if you have some kind of an IT expertise, mainly if you're a student, done your preliminary education in your home country, have some kind of an industry exposure, you're coming to Australia, even you can pick up jobs in the IT sector or a telecalling sector. In these sectors are getting paid higher, and especially if you are in the IT sector, you are into coding, if you have some kind of an exposure, this is definitely will help you not only earn some money, but mainly when you do a course relevant to it, this particular part-time you can add it as part of your additional work exposure that will support you to pick up a full-time job on your PSW, which is a post-study work visa time. One of the main advice I always give it to students is when you pick up part-time jobs, you need to know your location. Mainly, either you can pick up jobs close to your university or you can pick up jobs close to your accommodation. The reason being is, if you have a job in a different location, you end up spending a lot of time on traveling, because either if it is close to university or your accommodation, you're not going to make a triangular travel, so that you don't waste much time on sitting in the car or sitting in the public transport, because in Australia, as you should aware, time is money. Hope this simple tips and information is helpful for you to pick up part-time jobs in Australia, and I wish you all success for your stay and study in Australia. Enjoy Australia.